So I want to talk about damages and the raw economics of malpractice litigation. This is a topic that most people don't understand very well unless they've gone through the process or they do what I do for a living. So a lot of clients come to me and they're very, very focused on the fact that they believe that some medical provider did something wrong. We do have to prove that. But the other thing that we absolutely have to be able to feature in our successful cases is a very, very serious medical injury to the plaintiff. They have to be hurt pretty bad. Maybe they have an enormous lost wage claim or something like that. And let me explain why I get so focused on the size of the injury, the extent of the injury. It's the sad economics of malpractice litigation. So let me get started in explaining. When a client comes to me at the beginning, the first thing I do obviously is sit down with them and talk to them about their case. But then to investigate, I have to go and get a bunch of medical records. That costs money. So we have charges for medical records fee from hospitals and clinics and doctors' offices and things like that. Maybe more than one or two doctors or more than one or a few hospitals. Sometimes we have to go through a probate process and open up a probate estate to get permission to get records on deceased individuals, things like that. Then once I get the medical records, of course I read them and I go through them and I investigate, but I usually will have to talk to a medical expert, some sort of a MD, a nurse, a neurosurgeon, a heart surgeon, a family practitioner, some sort of very experienced medical expert. Medical experts, they charge fees for their hours that they spend reviewing these cases. Then once we have the case, there's filing fees, there's travel to depositions, there are deposition charges related to court reporters and videographers. All of that is to say that in the average medical malpractice case, we may spend tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes $100,000, just pursuing the case itself. That's before we get a settlement, before we win at trial. That's what we have to invest in the case. So what does that mean? Well, if you come to me and you say, Mark, the medical provider did something wrong and my injury is valued at, say, $10,000, I may not be able to take your case. And people don't understand that. And I understand. But the reason is because I'll probably spend more money litigating their valid case. And then when we get a reasonable settlement of $10,000, my client won't see any benefit from that because it'll all be eaten up by medical expert fees and things like that. As a result, the injuries that my clients sustain have to be pretty extensive. Tens of thousands of medical bills, hospitalizations and surgeries. Maybe they're in a wheelchair. Maybe we can project in the future that they're going to have a lot of financial needs. Maybe they've lost their job and they can't support their family. It usually has to be pretty serious. This is a sad reality of the economics of medical malpractice litigation, and it's something a lot of people don't understand. That's one reason I wanted to talk about it in this video. If you want to learn more, email me. Give my office a call. I'd love to talk about it some more.